Hey guys, so yay, today is 23 weeks pregnant and the date is December the 18th, 2013, and it's a little bit after 9. It is on a Wednesday and I do have good reason for that. I actually had a doctor's appointment today, so I wanted to be able to tell you guys what all they said at the doctor, and so I didn't want to do my video yesterday because I just wanted to update y'all on what all was going on. But and then I would have got this video done earlier today, but we had all of our family come in. We had our Christmas and stuff. So yes, I am 23 weeks pregnant today, and I feel humongous. Probably because of all the food that I've eaten today. But anyway, so here's the board for this week. But they say that this week the baby is the size of a large mango, approximately 11.5 inches in length and a little over a pound. So that's pretty exciting to me. She is definitely growing. My tummy is definitely growing, and she is very active, as you can see. I did write that on the board this week. But she is just moving around, and I'm able to feel her more. She's kicking. Like, I've actually been able to watch my stomach move. Been able to see, you know, very strong kicks. So that's always fun. She actually, Ryder had his hand on my stomach the other day, and she actually kicked his hand. So I don't think he noticed what was going on. I tried to explain it to him, but it was fun for me anyway. So sorry, I had to fix my camera. I didn't feel like I was in the frame. I think I talked about last week the skin being really thin and red and all that, but you know, just saying that now not only can they hear and feel and kind of distinguish between light and dark, like if you put a flashlight on your belly or something like that, they could see the light. But now they're able to, if you have like a loud noise, like a horn blowing or anything like that, you know, that they can react to that sound because they can hear it. So that's fun. I remember with Ryder, you know, I could put the phone on a song and I could lay it on my stomach and he would kick it, you know, and stuff like that. So that's exciting to get to that point where you know that they are recognizing things that you do. That's all for the baby this week. My tummy, like I said, is growing. I'm definitely feeling a lot bigger the last couple of days. As far as me and my pregnancy, she doesn't like me very much because I have been wanting a lot of sweet foods. Not craving anything, but I've got to where I want sweet over regular stuff, and that's not like me. I've never really been a sweet eater or nothing like that. So I went to the store this morning and I went in for 2 things, and I ended up, of course, coming out with some, they're like donuts. They're called fried apple fritters or something like that. Yeah, I seen them, I wanted them, and I got them, of course. But anyway, so it's probably going to be horrible because I'm going to end up gaining so much weight, and I'm just going to be huge. But trying not to, but it's hard because I feel like that's what she wants, I guess, because that's what I want. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing ever. I've been having some hip pain this week. Definitely hurting. Let's see. Yesterday, I was hurting really bad yesterday. Having a hard time, you know, getting around and stuff like that. So, but I woke up this morning and I was feeling better. Sunday morning, I woke up at like 5 in the morning. My little boy woke up and he was whining, and I think he was having a bad dream, but I ended up, when I got him back to sleep, but by the time I got him back to sleep, I was like wide awake because I didn't really sleep good that night. I've been tossing and turning a lot, like I can't get comfortable in bed. But I ended up getting him back to sleep, and then I was awake, and so I just laid in the bed, and I felt really sick feeling. I had like heartburn, but my stomach was really nauseous, and I just felt sick to my stomach. And that lasted all day long. I mean, all day, all night, like until I went to bed later on that night. And I didn't eat anything until about 3:30 that day because I felt so sick to my stomach. And so finally at around 3:30 I said, well, I'm going to try to eat something and see if it will help. And I tried to eat some cereal and it didn't help. I still felt like I could have just threw up at any minute, but nothing would come up. And I ended up taking that morning when I first woke up and I had heartburn, ended up taking Zantac. Some Tums. I took some Tums, and it felt like it just made me even more sick. It did help with the heartburn, but it just felt like it made me more nauseous. And then so later on in the afternoon, I finally got some Gatorade, and I tried to eat a little bit of cereal, and it didn't really help. And I went to church, and I come back, and I ended up taking a Zantac. So I was thinking, maybe if this is like acid and just indigestion, that maybe, the Zantac would help. So I took one of them. I still didn't feel any better, and so I finally buckled down, and I took some Zofran, and I went to sleep, and I woke up the next morning, and I felt fine. So it didn't feel like the normal pregnancy nausea, though, like I had been experiencing in the beginning of this pregnancy. So I don't know, I'm hoping it was just a spell and it won't come back. But I was worried that I had the virus again because last Wednesday night, well, really it was like early Thursday morning, my son woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning vomiting. So he vomited 3 times between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock that morning. And then we finally went back to sleep at 6, and then we woke up at 10 that morning, and he was fine. He didn't act like anything was bothering him. He was perfectly fine. So I don't know if it was something that just didn't agree with his stomach, or if he had a touch of a virus. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know about me. I don't know what was going on. But I'm glad that it's over and done, and we feel better. I haven't bought anything else for the baby. We are trying to wait until after Christmas. My sister-in-law has set the date for my baby shower. We've been talking about that, and we're going to do that on March the 15th. So I'm going to try not to buy anything. I may buy stuff here and there, but I'm going to try not to get a bunch of stuff until after my shower. We are going to buy, the crib and the dresser and the stuff like that, but that's not stuff that my family would be able to buy for us, so we're going to take care of that stuff. I do want to tell you about the doctor. I went to the doctor today for my checkup, and I did have some concerns that I talked to her about, because with my son, I developed preeclampsia in the end of my pregnancy, and so I've been really worried about that. Just so scared that it's going to happen again. It's going to happen early. I worry about it. And so I went to the doctor, and I had all intentions to, ask her about it and talk to her about it. And before I could, she come in and she checked the baby's heart rate, and everything sounded perfect. Good strong heartbeat. And she said, nothing really exciting to do this week. She said, but I am going to have you back in 3 weeks, and we're going to do some lab work and stuff like that. But she said basically at my next visit, she's going to do an ultrasound to check on the baby and to check my cervix length and all that, since I did have preterm labor with my son. And she's going to do an internal exam and check my cervix that way too, to make sure it's not softened or anything like that. Because, like I said, I'm 23 weeks, and I was 25 weeks when everything started with him. So we're trying to go ahead and check things to see like what my baseline is. basically, so if we have any changes, we will realize, hey, you know, this is different from last time or whatever. So we can make sure that we are ahead of the game if anything was to happen, or try to be, you know, the best that we can. But anyway, she said that after she does my ultrasound and after she checks me, I will go over to the hospital, and they're going to draw some blood, and they're going to do all the regular lab tests, like checking for the STDs and all that, and then also we'll do my glucose test that day. So that's exciting, you know, to make sure that I don't have any kind of gestational diabetes. But then also, this is where I was really shocked and very pleased. She told me that they was going to go ahead and check my protein and stuff in my urine for signs of preeclampsia, because that's what I was worried about. I've been checking my blood pressure at home and everything's been good. My blood pressure was really good today at the clinic. My heart rate was good. No swelling or nothing like that. No signs as of right now. So that's a good sign. But she said basically they want to do the urine test, because like they check your urine every time you go to the doctor. And it was perfect. My urine looked great. No signs of anything going on there. But I'm pretty sure what she's going to do is the 24-hour urine test, and it's basically just where I start the test at a certain time and I collect all of my urine for 24 hours, and then I take it back up to the hospital and they'll run tests on it. And what they do is they check your protein levels in your urine, because when your blood pressure is high, you spill protein into your urine and they can check the levels of it. Well, like she told me today, she said, you know, if we check it and your protein levels is 300, and then but you have no signs of preeclampsia, and then we check it in 2 months from now and your protein levels are still 300, then we'll know we're good. She said, but you know, say we check it and it's 40, and 2 months from now, you know, you start showing signs, and we check it and it's 300, then we'll know that, you know, you're starting to get preeclampsia and we can try to take care of it. So that made me feel so much better, because I guess I was just thinking, you know, with this pregnancy, they're just going to wait, and if I have any signs, then we'll go from there. But I really was so happy to know that she's not going to wait until then. She's going to go ahead and start checking things now. That way, if something was to happen, you know, she'll know. So, but it looks like, yeah, my battery is about to die. This thing goes dead so quick because I charge it and it just goes dead. But anyway, I don't want it to cut off on me, so that's basically all she said. So I have my appointment on January the 8th, and I get to see the baby and all that good stuff, so I'm really excited about that. And so far so good. So I'm very thankful, and I'm so blessed that everything is going well. And I'm 23 weeks today. Yay! So, and also I've got my 3D 4D scan scheduled for February the 7th. So I'll be like almost 31 weeks. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my belly, and so my camera doesn't cut off on me. And I think that'll be it for this week. If you have any questions or comments, just let me know. Any requests, I'm loving any ideas I can get for a video request that you guys would like to see. So I'll show you guys my belly. Alright, here you go. Pregnant belly, 23 weeks. And like I said, it's been Christmas today, so I have been eating all day. Alrighty. Oh, and she said that I had gained 13 pounds since my pregnancy started. But I don't think it's quite that much, because I had on a ton of clothes today because it is freezing outside. So I'm going to say at least 10, but I don't think I've gained 13. So anyway, she said right now I'm doing good and everything's on track. So thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.